Okay, this is Typhon's Cavern. We're on God of War 2. We're playing the Titan mode, the highest difficulty setting that the game offers. And this part is kind of annoying. If you don't have patience, you really have to be patient here with these harpies here that spawn. You're protected from his wind breath whenever you're behind cover, so to speak. Just block every single attack of the birds, and you can sometimes down them if you hit block. Like at the second they're going to hit you with their kamikaze dive when they turn red. That's actually the time when you parry. Although we don't have the ability to parry this time in the game, since it's too early on in the game to be able to do that. But you can down them sometimes. They will, if you can tap the button just in time. And you really have to get that timing down because it's going to help you when we get the ability to parry, because parrying is essential in this game. So this is this kind of psychs you out a little bit because the cover is kind of it's a really small rock that you're hiding behind here, but it's really no different. Just don't jump and try to get these birds. You won't fall off if you're behind cover, but as long as you're on the ground, you could always keep blocking. And I contradicted myself right there, but that was an instance when I was getting impatient, and you really have to have patience. Like right there, I was lucky right there. Lucky that I didn't get blown off. They give you a chance if you have a second to recover from any kind of little mistake, but any mistake, like I said, you're out of the game. So we're also going to be coming up on one area where, like in the Hades Arms section, you could kill enemies indefinitely, and that's what I did when I first did this guide originally on my other channel, Big Benedict 1111. This is the account that has the 5 ones after it. But what we have here is a little secret room. It's kind of secret, but you have 4 undead soldiers that spawn every single time. And as long as you don't fling too many of them in this pit here, where you fling them and then the chests get melted up. The ice melts. The ice melts. That's freezing these chests. As long as you don't do that, you can kill undead soldiers indefinitely if you want to. Now, I think it was my experience last time I was doing this that I kept killing these soldiers with traditional hits, and I think it stopped giving me orbs. But if you want to counter that and get around that little issue, I think if you just do actually I know this for certain, if you keep doing like grab kills and getting the +5 little bonus for getting those, because you could press circle, and anytime you're grabbing the enemy, you could press any button again. You could press square, triangle, circle, or X, and it does a different move every time. Now, the moves that give you invulnerability are when you're holding when you grab them and you press triangle, that makes you invulnerable. And the move where you fling them, you're invulnerable. You're invulnerable too. So you're invulnerable when you're flinging them with the square button, or if you're ripping them apart with the triangle button. And I don't believe you're invulnerable for the other button presses. So I was demonstrating the fact that if you hide where I was standing a moment ago, they won't advance towards you. But the problem here about grinding for money is that these guys are when they're grouped up like this, it's so hard to get those grabs, because even though the grab detection is very good in this game, when they're all clustered around, sometimes the grab detection it doesn't work as good as you need it to. And grinding for money here is very tough. But if you want to, go for it. It can be difficult, and it can be unnecessary sometimes if you're going for if you just want to, you don't want to stay in one spot for too long and do the same thing over and over and over again. I would encourage everybody just to do what I'm doing here. The whole problem about this thing is that when we get to Theseus, he's either extremely difficult because you only have the level 2 swords. The level 2, the Blades of Chaos up to level 2. Now, if you want to grind for money, like I've been mentioning in previous videos, you can get the Blades up to level 3, and he's actually he's a lot easier. So if you're really, really struggling on that dude, I would recommend grinding for money as much as you can to get the Blades up to level 3, because The problem, you could do the triangle, triangle, triangle move, and that really kills the Minotaurs very easily. You can still do it if you don't have the Blades of Chaos, but it's a lot less convenient to do so. But anyway, we're going to be ripping the Bane out of this guy's eye, and I don't know if that's a mythological fact or not, but it seemed kind of odd. But you're going to get this is where the checkpoint is, right before you start shooting his eye. So each time, if you do die on the fight up here, you're going to have a nice checkpoint. Sometimes sometimes the checkpoints are very nicely placed, and in spots where you need them to be placed, and where like they benefit you. Sometimes they just really jack you up. The Theseus fight is a great example, but I'll be talking about that when I get to that guy. So you saw that right there. I took out the 2 archers on the left platform, and then I'm standing behind this rock to protect myself from getting fired from the other archers while I dispatch these enemies via grab moves. So that guy right there, I tried to throw that guy off. He seemed to have not been able to throw off there. So the main issue there, this fight is a pretty tough one, but you know, just take care of the 2 archers on the left, like I said, and then deal with these guys here lastly. And then once we kill those guys, we're going to get another transitional scene here, and there's going to be 3 archers on the opposite side of this gulf here. And all you need to do is back off a little bit and get behind cover, get yourself out of cover for a moment, just keep shooting, and then moving that right analog stick if necessary, and then shoot that first item that's blocking you from grabbing onto here, and then just do your swings here. And then you can smash all these rocks down here to get orbs, so it's really good. And then you just want to hit the save point. So there's the triangle, triangle, triangle move right there. So I'll be talking about how to do that move actually in the Theseus boss fight. But head over to the save point, and then the next video will be our exit from this cavern. So thank you very much for watching, everybody.